I'm gonna show you something beautiful. Everyone screaming for mercy. You want to protect the world, but you don't want it to change. You're all puppets, tangled in strings.
It's the end. The end of the path I started us on.
Nothing lasts forever.
There are no strings on me.
Man, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. just can't catch a break, and neither could we here in the United States. Because not only did the UK trailer leak for Avengers Age of Ultron a week earlier than it was supposed to debut on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but the trailer reveals that the UK is getting it before us in April yet again. I don't know what it is with Marvel in the UK, but you guys get all of the movies first. I know it's sweet justice, because we always usually get them first over here, but still, it really burns that this is a consistent thing with Marvel. But you're going to get Avengers Age of Ultron a few days before us. But luckily, you've seen to share your trailer with the rest of the world, as someone over in the UK uploaded it online. I don't know how long it's going to stay up. I can't post it, obviously, because it's not supposed to be out there, but I can certainly review it. So let's discuss. And if you haven't seen the trailer, beware, spoilers aplenty. All right, so what do I think of this trailer? I have to say, the biggest thing that surprised me about it was that I was surprised at the tone. It was just totally not what I was expecting. I'm not sure, not in a bad way. I just having trouble wrapping my head around it. I'd say that's how I would describe it, because it's different in terms of the tone, both in the story, like it's much darker and creepier than anything we've seen from Marvel yet. I have to say, if it reminded me of anything, it actually reminded me of Iron Man 3, which is a weird thing that you would think Marvel would not want to go back there, considering so many people are unhappy with the way it turned out. I liked Iron Man 3. I thought it had a few problems. I think they should have made Guy Pearce's character Asian. It would have fit totally with the entire Mandarin backstory, and probably would have allowed Shane Black to do what he wanted to do in terms of the commentary he wanted to say, and the twist about creating villains to serve purposes, etc., while not annoying fans about the continuity. But anyway, this looks a little bit like Iron Man 3 to me, and maybe it will be the Iron Man 3 that everybody was hoping they would get to see. Maybe Joss Whedon will be like, I'll give it to you. So that was very different. I also thought that the tone was quite different in terms of the visual style. It was very like 1990s. It reminded me actually of a James Cameron movie, which is certainly not a bad thing. But I'm talking about like Terminator 2, True Lies, that kind of color palette with like the burnt orange. I mean, we're used to seeing that for Nuclear Winter over Los Angeles. I guess that's what I'm just conditioned to see at this point. But I thought that was an interesting choice visually. So everything was just different. And I wasn't used to seeing the Avengers in this kind of lighting, with this kind of, framing. So it just caught me off guard. But then as the trailer went along and we got to see some cool reveals, I was like, okay, you're piquing my interest. I'm excited. For instance, let's take Ultron, the most obvious person here that we're going to want to discuss. It's the Age of Ultron. I think when the voiceover started, I was like, hey, it's an ad for the Blacklist. I mean, I've just become so conditioned at this point how to think of James Spader because of that show. Actually, though, to Marvel's benefit, I'm not watching it anymore, but still, I see all the ads, all the commercials and everything. So that's still how I think of James Spader. But when I saw Ultron himself, he looked really cool. I like that it was very much obviously Tony Stark's armor brought to life, cutting its strings. That looked really cool, but yet twisted. Literally, the metal twisted to create this weird face. I thought that was very cool. I liked the way Ultron moved, and I liked, kind of him like upping the ante for the Avengers, saying, let me show you something you've never seen before. I'm paraphrasing, but basically that. And, we've been talking quite a bit here about Marvel not having any good villains. So is this the good villain? We'll see. So I like that quite a bit. Then also our Avengers. The ones that stood out to me the most, Black Widow, very excited for her. We got to see some action sequences. Then, of course, you can see that shot where they're covering up her face. You're going to see a lot of Black Widow's face being covered because it often won't be Scarlett Johansson because she was pregnant while they shot this film. But I did see some Bruce Banner, Black Widow love going on there maybe. Beauty and the Beast. That would be very cool. I would definitely be on board for that. And, I think a lot of people it has not occurred to them to ship Black Widow and the Hulk, but it's a great idea, and I think it's a perfect romance, and I think everybody would be behind it. Now, speaking of the Hulk, how can you not mention the Hulkbuster Armor? It looks amazing. They showed a little smaller version of it in Iron Man 3, but when he powered up, he went all Transformer there. I was digging it. I liked it a lot. I liked what I saw, and I think everybody wants more Hulk. He's supposed to have a bulked up role in this film, as is Hawkeye. Now, Hawkeye, he was not bulked up his role in the trailer. Jeremy Renner's like, damn it, Feige, you promised me. But we did get to see some Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Now, interestingly, a little low on showing both of their powers. I'm sure this is because the special effects aren't largely completed, but, we just talked about John Carter of Mars, and Morning Movie News today, and how you have to get a few special effects shots ready for the trailer, and that's very much what Joss Whedon did. He has that the Hulkbuster armor that was ready to go for the trailer, and some Ultron shots. So he did his job, but I'm sure there's many more special effects shots left to be completed. So we're gonna have to wait to see that. But I think that was very cool. And I liked seeing, what I did see of Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. I liked her throwing a little, energy blast to the side, and that was interesting. And I liked seeing their characters just folded into the universe. But you know what? When you add 2 more Avengers, we didn't see any Vision that I could see from what I saw in the trailer. I've only watched it once. But when you have so many more Avengers, there's even less time for each of them. And I think that was even apparent in the trailer. But, you could see who their priorities were. It was, Cap, Iron Man, Hulk, Black Widow, and Thor. Thor actually had some decent shots in there as well. And, of course, Ultron. So I think this is really interesting. It's a very different direction for the Marvel Cinematic Universe to go in. They've been very light and fun up until this point. So let's see if Joss Whedon can successfully take them in a very different direction backwards to the 90s. I would call up James Cameron if this is what they're going to do and be like, come on, Avatar's taking forever. Why don't you make Avengers 3? Although the Russo brothers are certainly talented and they're the ones people are expecting to take over. So, have you seen the Avengers Age of Ultron leaked trailer? What do you think of it? Share your thoughts down below. If you haven't, how does it sound to you? What do you think of it leaking early? What do you think that means for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? And what do you think of the UK getting it early? We keep having to wait for these movies. All right, thank you so much for tuning into my review. I was in the middle of doing laundry at home, watching the Goldbergs, having a relaxing evening when I saw someone tweeted me this, so thank you. And so I was glad I could get up a review. All right, thanks for watching.